Hey everybody, it's Pajama Life with our review of Duster and Andor. Let's go.
There she is, the rookie who thinks she can take down the Southwest Al Capone.
Because I play to win.
You're pretty intense.
What about the Duster? Who's the driver?
Magic on wheels.
I was warned not to come see you. That you're nothing but a loyal driver.
Well, sister, I do love my job.
You don't get to where Saxton is without leaving a trail of bodies.
Got a fed on my ass. She wants me to ride on Sax.
I'd be lying if I said the work I do doesn't go upside down sometimes.
How long you been at this?
It's my second day.
Where are we going?
Right on.
Hey everybody, it's Pajama with Pajama Life. And with me is it's just gonna be the dynamic duo, the Wonder Twins. All right. David, say hey to the people.
Hey, everybody. Great to be with you on what has been a beautiful Saturday at our nation's capital. And it is now time to talk about one incredibly epic movie and another program. So look forward to telling you about it.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, first up is the J.J. Abrams, LaToya Morgan 70s groovy thrill ride in Duster. David, what did you think?
Oh, man. As we move into the 21st century, we're going to be seeing more and more period pieces of the 1970s. This did it. Man, I enjoyed this. I wasn't sure where we were going, at first, but I love going back to that time period at this juncture now. I think it's fun. I think this was a neat, exciting film, a little bit of a film noir in the 1970s, obviously in the early 70s. And we've had some programs where we've talked about this, where there was the increase in the black cinema. And so there was an echo of that, I thought, with that as well. And I just really enjoyed this kind of a story. Good acting, good cast, and I thought real chemistry between the characters. What about you? What did you think?
Oh, man, I was waiting all spring for this. Once I saw the first trailer, I was like, oh, we're watching this. And so we're not going to do it weekly, but we'll hit midpoints and the end to catch up with the story. But this was really fun. It kind of almost harkened also to Hunters on Prime a couple of years ago.
Okay. Think about that one.
I think it's a really great startup. I think this is a reunion of Josh Holloway, the driver, and J.J. Abrams. Josh Holloway was in Lost.
Yes.
And so this is a reunion of those two. And, I really like seeing our people having their first. So the character is the first Black female FBI agent, and she's assigned to this case to catch this gangster out in Arizona. But I like to see kind of the office politics as well, and how she's navigating being not only Black but a woman at the FBI. And so you see all the little subtle racist things they're saying. But I thought a funny little thing, I shouldn't have laughed, but when she first came in, her partner, which who she's paired up with, is Native American. And so the dude is like, oh, here comes the mod squad. I hate laughing.
Oh, man. That's a great deep cut for people. Even the movie. Even the movie with Claire Danes. And the Rabisi guy, that's a deep cut at this point. My God.
Yeah. That's what, from like 96, 97 at this point.
Oh, man.
But the
I had a lot more hair
TV
back then.
show, baby, was everything. I watched that thing religiously.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, my gosh. So this has all the ingredients, with J.J. Abrams at the helm, and The story is really compelling. I think you see some really interesting things going on, and it looks like it's a bigger conspiracy than just you know, a local kind of gangster. It's gonna have ripples with a government conspiracy by the looks of it. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm here for that, especially the FBI and their treatment in Black communities. So I'm really want to see where this is going. And I think both of us agree you will too. So definitely check out Duster on the new HBO Max.
That's right. And I got to
The
say, and
Black
just as a real quick point here before we get over to the next program we're going to talk about, because again, I really did love this, but I love how you point out those issues with the FBI. And I got to tell you, I am so thankful with a guy like Cash Patel running it now that those problems just aren't there anymore.
Oh yeah, they're totally solved.
Everything's
Totally
good.
solved.
Everything's good. It's morning in America again. I just love it.
Oh, of course. Not. Okay, so now here comes the meat of the meat. The Rebel Alliance is formed. Oh my God, let's take a look at
Let's go.
Andor. Woo!
The monster who will come for us all soon enough is Emperor Palpatine.
I have to leave. I have to go away. And when it's done, when it's over, and we've won, I'll find you.
Orson Krennic's been building a secret weapon for over a decade.
Super weapon based in Scarif, fuel from Gorman, Kyber from Jeddah, ISB Krennic, Galen Urso.
Now you know where to go.
No, I'm doing the comms.
No, you're not. Just be waiting for me.
I'm not sure how to thank you.
Make it worth it.
You will put this image out as wide as it takes until we find her.
OMG.
Wow.
15 exclamation points behind it. David, our resident Star Wars guru, hit me with it, baby.
You know, if a show goes too long, you feel like you jumped the shark at some point. 2 seasons, it's so darn quick, even though there was a wait.
It could have been 3 easy.
Easily 3 seasons. I know that there was concern about time. Obviously, season 2, we had the writer's strike, you know, and those things. So there were a lot of things that held us up. Obviously, COVID, tons of things. But man, this was just an incredible program. It raised Star Wars. It really raised the bar for certainly Disney Star Wars and Star Wars in general. Let's remember, the original movie was nominated for multiple Oscars, including Best Picture and one for Best Editing. So it's not just some campy, you know, it's not meant to just be something goofy. It can be great. And this is truly the Star Wars that if you loved it as a kid from our generation, this is what you'd want to see as an adult. Every performance is stellar. Every dollar, and this was a huge investment by Disney. I think it was like 300 million or something.
Yeah, I think like 300 million.
And it showed. It showed in the costumes, in the effects, in the use of both the curved screen that they do, as well as the actual sets and the settings, the places that they went. Every actor, Elizabeth Dulal was kind of the breakout. This was her session, you know, her segment, really Clea's story in so many ways. This was heaven.
And let me give a little bit of a why she's even more incredible. Elizabeth Dulal, this was her very first acting role. Do you hear me? Very first. This chick is bad. Like we say, she is everything.
Yep.
First role and you come out like this, I expect great things from her.
It was really, she was
Talk about a
wonderful
tour
in
de
that.
force.
She really was. She shined in every episode she was in of this, and I loved it. She just shined on the camera, and the other thing too, besides the incredible performances by everyone, and it shows something. Shows a couple things. One, you can take a character that was a fine character in an ensemble piece like Cassian Andor. Diego Luna did a great job in the movie, as did everybody, Felicity Jones, and all of the cast for the film. And you can take that story and you can say, you know what? Even somebody who is you see only like a couple of sides of them in this film, a good writer can create a story and to show the depth and the arc. And this is wonderful. Tony Gilroy is probably my favorite filmmaker at this point with Michael Clayton in this. And lastly, I will say, what a great cautionary tale that this show has. It is, Tony Gilroy wanted to bring up all kinds of things about revolution, but it is such a powerful thing to see in the 21st century today. And it's something for Americans and all of those who love democracy across the world should watch with enjoyment, but also watch with the fact that fiction can reflect reality, and this is grounded in so many aspects of
That's what
reality.
great art does. It illuminates what's going on in society.
Yeah, I wish it was a little less on point for right now, but it is what it is out there in the world. And take some notes on how to run a revolution and get some popcorn and enjoy it all at the same time.
Oh my gosh. Let me talk about it for a minute. Okay. So much to take in. The last 30 seconds, that montage. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it was perfect. You see each character kind of what happens to him, and then you get that moment at the end, and I was like, I knew it. I know that's what it is. It's what I'm hoping for. I know you don't like it, but go to our prior episode to see what I'm talking about, which I think is what it is. But anywho, let's talk about Lonnie first. Lonnie Young. Okay, from the first season to the end season, what an arc for him. And what a real study in somebody behind the lines really doing the work of a revolutionary.
Yeah.
He really did everything he was supposed to do. And it cost him dearly, but the way he was able to infiltrate, manipulate, and get information, what an incredible inside man he was.
Yeah,
and he's not appreciated, I think, as much as other characters, and not given the respect I feel like that he deserved. I know we all talk about Dedra and Cyril and their arc, and we'll get to Dedra in a minute, but Lonnie, I mean, incredible. That's the dude you want. And it cost him a great deal, but he did. If without Lonnie, you would not have Rogue One.
That's a great point. Yes, that's right. I'm so glad you said that. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And again, another great performance.
Yeah.
Everybody was perfect.
I mean, just amazing. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about Dedra. Dedra. And you know what Dedra reminds me of is the thing you fear the most, you make it come true. She feared what happened to her the most. And look what happened. Everything she feared, she lost everything. And she lost a love. She lost her job. She lost her freedom from fear. And what was so telling and what made me feel, and for the actress to be such a evil character but have such an emotional core
Yeah.
that she could show was an incredible piece of act. I mean, when you look at her face when my dude Critic stuck his finger in her hand and was like, you tell me, why do you think I'm here on this dreadful basement? And the panic and fear in her. I mean, it was like her face got shrunken in from terror.
Wasn't she good?
Terror.
Her body language throughout the show, whether it was behind the back or the face. Oh my gosh, you're so right.
Yes. I mean, that actress is absolutely incredibly so emotive. But you kind of felt for her because she didn't want it in the first place. But her obsession brought her down because she couldn't play the game and needed to be the smartest one, the rightest one. She couldn't see how she was getting in her own way, which leads me to my man Partagaz. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Anton Lesser's his name. He was the evil scientist in Game of Thrones.
Right.
This dude is incredible. His arc was so great because he really was a great leader and a great mentor to her. He kept trying to tell her, hey, get off of that. We got bigger things that you could be a part of, that you could be special with. So leave this alone. Yeah. And he even warned her, get off of it before it hurts you. Yep. Even warned her about Cyril. This is a dangerous game you're playing with this man. But at the end, he realized that they were never going to win. You know, when he heard the broadcast from the young man in the very first season.
Nemik.
Yes, Nemik. And he finally, I think he understood. You know, he was a realist. He was probably one of the realest ones on the show. He was like, yeah, we're really not going to win, are we?
At the very least, he thought, you know, because he described the ISB, the Imperial Security Bureau, as healthcare.
Yeah.
He realized with Nemik's message that he didn't even know where it was from, had no idea that he was part of the Aldani thing or any of it.
Yeah.
And it was like it's spreading.
Yeah.
They have no ability to stop the signal, as it were.
You can't stop freedom. You try as you might be able to temporarily choke it, but you can't kill it. The spirit of people, it's embedded in humans. That was a big part of Star Trek too, is we want to be free. So remember that, people. You can't stop freedom. You can't stop liberty. You can't stop justice. But
you can riff it.
But it comes back. It comes back because there will always be people who believe in the ideals. Yeah. But that character, it was just so devastating. You know, his was the one I was like, not my boy, not my dude. But that's the thing, that fascist regimes breaks their toys. They break people. If you don't perform, you're broken. Yep. And, you know, he was like, not me. So that was really, really, we have a new person. Hi, Monica Thomas.
Hey.
Yeah, that's my sister. But I think it's amazing. I think that One more word about Krennic. Oh my gosh, Krennic. Ben Mendelsohn. Mwah.
Yeah.
That voice alone is so sibilant, so rich,
It is.
so evil, so brilliantly patient until he loses his stuff. Remember in Rogue One, he's yelling even at Darth Vader and like the Emperor, and he's like, and they're like, who do you think you're talking to? I think he gets force choked a little bit.
He does have a little altercation there with Darth Vader, and he and Tarkin really are at odds in that, which is an interesting little piece. But but again, in this world, it's those, instead of being the lower men on the food chain having to report up, these people are reporting down, or at least with Partog, maybe like almost even, but not really when you see the he outranks him. But yeah, it was a great performance by him. 10 years later, he comes back to the old character that he first created. So that was wonderful.
Well, and what I really liked was you got to see him and Partagaz. They were friends, probably came up through the ranks together and supported each other. And he even tried to tell him, hey, my man, you got to get gone. I can't help you. You know, in so many words, get, if you can. And so that was such an interesting piece they put in there, that they could have just made him wholly evil and uncaring, but he had this friendship with Partagaz, and Partagaz and him were buddies. And so it was so interesting to see that that little exchange was just a little masterpiece of writing to always make you reconsider the character.
The world building that you're pointing out here, I mean, it's like, you make a skyscraper, you do a language, all of those things are great. But those little details that you're pointing out, that's what takes something from being good to, again, I've used the word perfect. I don't know that there was a darn problem with this show at all.
No. I was just like, I could have sacrificed seeing all of it at once to have next year come back and see like the last two weeks, and like they split it into 6 episodes each. But I get it. But last batch was last week's batch was the number 5.
Was it 2? It was up there.
No, I mean it was like of all time, like in the top 10 of all time TV shows. I bet this week's batch is probably in there too. So they definitely making their money back. And this is just, I hope it gets into the American Film Institute. I mean, I think it's that good. It's something we need to preserve for history, because it's just incredible writing, incredible. I didn't think I would like somebody's direction more than Tony Gilroy's at the beginning. But the director at the end, who did the last 3 episodes, what an amazing job they did on that, and the writing on those last episodes.
Yeah, it was great. It was just wonderful.
Just fantastic all the way around. If you haven't seen it, what's wrong with you? Get off your butt and go and watch. And then what I think I might do tonight is watch Rogue One.
You do want to watch it after this, because it just goes straight from one thing to the other.
Yes. And to see that that story just kind of move into what we know to happen, it's just going to put it in a whole different perspective and a whole different light. Really so special. Definitely, I mean, how amazing is that? Because now they're going to get more viewers for Rogue One. That's crazy. but that's how you do. That's some cross-pollination right there. Take notes, Marvel. This is how you do it right.
They did a great job. And
Yeah.
again, this story, Rogue One, was the brainchild of a man named John Knoll who worked at Lucasfilm. He just kind of pitched it. He pitched it out there, and it has been one of the stronger, I think, more universally liked Disney Star Wars. You haven't had a lot of division among the fan base with it, and that's because of the great quality. And Tony Gilroy, he brings that and more with Andor season 1, and now this this swan song of season 2. Just spectacular.
Amazing. Definitely. Thumbs up. 5 stars. Yeah. Whatever else I can say about it. Yeah. Check. It's just a great. Even if you're not a Star Wars, science fiction kind of person, it's just great cinema, great writing. So you'll enjoy it. Okay, even though it's in the space milieu, just ignore that and listen to the story. Andor season 2. It's breathless. All right. Well, that will be it for us today. Next week, hey, it's back, and she's her own New Yorkie self in Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face. And it's on streaming Jack Quaid in Novocaine. So we're going to check that out. And David, you got any last words for us?
Well, only to say thank you all for joining us this week. What a great week we've had in terms of watching entertainment. This has been a joy, and we really thank you for making some of your time on a Saturday or whenever you're watching this, or an encore presentation of this. So have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, I have a surprise. I am going to the Philly Fan Comic-Con, and I'm going to talk to Larry Houston while I'm there. So definitely, we'll probably go live. So check us out tomorrow and on Pajama Life to hear the producer of X-Men 97, and a host of other things he's done. And we'll see you tomorrow on Pajama Life. Take care.